Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Jets are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Chiefs, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Double tight.
Leopard. Hurry up, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. No.
On first down, Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught here by Conley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down.
They're coming. Hey, all day, baby. Get nowhere. You're going nowhere.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. All right, here we go. Green 39.
56, Mike, 56.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go again with Powell. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey. We got 3 down.
This is the running back, Powell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now. Detroit.
We got 3 down.
Powell. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense? What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Double tight. Double tight. 3
Leopard, hurry up, here we go. 3, Detroit.
They'll run it with West. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And some space here. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
53's Mike. Check.
Watch you now, Barney.
Here's Patty. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Here we go now.
Patty now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Green, 36. Did you go now?
They run with Powell and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Set. Check 3. Watch you now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Time running out here on the play clock. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back them out of field goal range. That's going to set them back 5 yards. On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking them.
Now let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
Mahomes now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off with great anticipation, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
You know, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
All right, here we go.
Hey, who we got?
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun.
Watch twist,
Gun,
watch
gun.
twist,
Over,
watch twist,
over,
twist,
over,
twist,
over. Here we go now.
Kill,
Blue
kill,
90.
kill.
Blue 90.
Check, check.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down.
Left coming, left coming. Let's go, defense.
Set. Detroit. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Watch it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over,
36, 36.
over. Set. 3, over.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Run.
Set. 3, 19.
Yeah, baby.
In motion, Hill. On the ground, it's West again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go now.
We got 4.
Over. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Powell, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Your trip ends here. Check 9, check 9.
All right, here we go.
Single.
Green 39. Black 9. Detroit.
Watch the
Detroit.
shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go now. 319.
Target.
319. Over.
Check.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Hey, we got right.
Now let's go. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Powell. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, interesting one going on in Chicago. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch you now, Barney.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Double tight.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
3 down.
Gone. No. Check. Patriot. Gone. Let's go. Green.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. That second down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, that's Powell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3. We got
Now
3.
let's go.
We got 3.
Blue 90.
He'll look to throw.
Blitz.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, yeah!
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Strong right.
Now let's go. 3. Over.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hill. Past the 20. 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
New York set to take the field.
Man left, man left.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
All right, now. Watch you now, Barney. All right, here we go. 319.
Check.
No. Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Strong left.
Now let's go. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Leopard.
Check safety.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Over.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for the Jets. 49 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will... Ball back.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Tight end right.
All right, here we go.
3 down.
They start on the ground with West. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. New York set to take the field, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Check.
Over. Back 99,
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right,
Detroit!
tight end right.
Detroit!
Hey,
Here we go now. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Gun! Back there. Watch it now, Barney.
Slim.
They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll make it third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch out.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
Just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Leopard.
Watch the twist.
Mahomes now on first down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
Hurry up.
Mike 56.
Leopard.
Hey. Out.
No. Check. Patriot.
Shift.
Set. 3-9. Gun.
Watch the whip.
Leopard. Here we go. Leopard. 3-19.
Check that.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green, over. Set. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
All right, now look at this. Slam. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Right there.
Gun. All right, here we go. Leopard.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
SOS.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's tight on the right.
All right, watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
They start this with a run for Powell, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
Petty now. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
Here we go.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's got the hook up with Conley. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 84 yards, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that makes it a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Patty.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second down following the run.
Stroke left.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. 3.
Back to throw.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They still can't get him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Gun!
Check your hot read.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Tight end left. Tight end
Detroit! Leopard!
3 down.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Green.
He's checking crack.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. The The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Caught here by Conley. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 21-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Three buzz.
Set. Green 39. Gun.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's back to throw. Shakes off the sack. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Double tight.
Set.
Back to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
All right, here we go. Green.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Double tight. Three down.
Here we go now.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Switch.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now
Let's go.
He'll look to throw.
Don't worry about that.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch you now, boys.
They'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tied right there, he's tied right there.
Ready? Wide.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3.
Slot.
Check 52.
Now it's the backup Smith. He's got it to West on the dump off. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The give to the fullback on the dive. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, we got 3, fellas, we got 3.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.